Hello everyone, I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you would like to learn how to make this mini scrapbook album, then keep watching. It's fun and easy for beginners, and I'll show you step by step how it's made. So let's get crafting. Let's just take a quick look inside so you have some idea what we're going to be making today. Isn't this just the cutest thing? I love it, and I love making these, so I hope you will too. So let's open it up. Here we have a little flap, and then you open this up. It says greetings of the season, and there's a pocket here. If I can get this out, it's a pocket here where you can do some journaling or writing. Let's get that back in. And then this is a belly band. I made this one out of embroidery floss. And there's got some little goodies in here. And then there's a side pocket. Let me find the tab here. Oh, it's went down inside. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So there's a little spot for journaling there. Put that back in. Then you turn the page. There's some little embellishments here. It says fall. And then you open this up and it says, today I'm grateful for. And if you've seen my past video, you've noticed this from the gratitude glue book folder. I love using these. So you can write memories or what you're grateful for. And then there's a little pocket here that's got some goodies in the pocket. And then there's a top pocket up here. So that'll give you some idea what we're going to be making today. We want to keep this close because we're going to be using this as our prototype. So let me just set that over there. Now the first thing you need to do is that you need a piece of paper 6 by 9 inches. Let me just show you these. I've already cut these. These are 6 inches wide by 9 inches long. And I just use some inexpensive copy paper. I use this because it's lightweight and usually everyone has some kind of copy paper. You can use a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper also. That works okay. You just need to cut it 6 by 9. So let me put those over there. And I just want to show you the different types. Here's some scrapbook papers you could use. So really, you can use any kind of paper. It can be one-sided or it can be double-sided. I think for today, I'm going to go with the orange because I decided to do a fall theme because it's still fall. And I have a lot of leftover scraps and paper and embellishments from last year's fall projects. And I thought maybe you could see it a little better when I'm gluing also. So let me go ahead and put these aside. And I have several prototypes to go by for our cutting and folding. So this is what it's going to look like when we start folding. So the first thing we want to do is we want to fold it lengthwise. And if you want to use a scoreboard, you can, but a lot of people don't have a scoreboard. So I'm just going to show you how to do this folding it. So we're going to fold it lengthwise like this. Okay. And then let me just get this out of the way for a minute. Let me just put that in there. And let me grab my pencil and my ruler. So then the next thing you want to do is just take your pencil and mark it at 3 inches, Sorry, hope my head isn't in the way. Mark it at 3 inches and 6 inches. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. It's mark it at 3 inches and 6 inches. Okay, so what you did first, you folded it lengthwise, and then you marked it on both sides at 3 inches and 6 inches. And then I'm just going to lightly pinch where the mark is. Let's just pinch, give that a little pinch right there, just as a guide to go by when we're folding. You don't have to do this. You could even draw a line if you wanted to, because it won't show. Okay, so we have that pinched. Next, let me show you this. See how this fold is like this? So we want to turn this over like this. So this part looks the same as this part. Okay? And then we want to take this and fold it over. Let me get it around here where we marked and pinched it. Okay? Just kind of line up the edges and where we pinched and where we made our mark. Let's see how we line up. Okay, that looks pretty good. And press it down. Okay, let's take another look. So we have this part matches this part. I hope you can see that all right. And this fold matches this fold. Okay, so we did that. And then next, we're going to take it, turn it over, match up our marks, and fold it like this. And to also meet the edge. So let's do that. And then press it down. Okay, let's see how we're looking here. Okay, let's turn it back over. All right, here's our prototype. We have, let me get it out here. We have this fold like this and this fold like this. Okay, so we have that. That's how it should look. Next, we're going to make a cut. And I have another prototype here, so you can see how it's done. So we're just going to take this now and turn it around like this. I'll turn my prototype around. Okay, and we're going to cut from here up to this fold line right here, just like we did this. Okay, let me get my scissors. We're just going to cut right along this fold line like this. Right up to this fold right there. Okay, so now this looks like this prototype. Okay, now that we have this cut, we're going to fold it up. Grab it here. We're going to fold this side like this and this side like this, and we're going to turn it like this. Okay, and let me just make sure that we have it right, because we want the first page to look like this, and we do. It does look like that, so that means I have it the right way. And I like to mark it front top so I know when I start gluing how I'm supposed to glue it. And then turn it over and let's mark this the back and at the top like that. That will just help us. I wanted to show you when you have it folded, it should look something like this. Okay. And I brought in another prototype to help with the gluing. Okay. This is going to be the foundation of this. Okay, we're going to have our top pocket here. We're going to have a side pocket here. And we're going to have a top pocket back here. So let's get gluing. In order to get the first top pocket, we're going to open this up and we're going to glue here and here. I think I'm going to use my Barely Art Glue today and see how that works. And you know what I say, if it doesn't work, we'll try something different. So I'm just going to go right along the edge because I want to leave plenty of room for my pocket and to put some goodies inside. I'll press that down. Okay. Then the next one that we're going to need this side pocket. So to get our side pocket, let me open this up. You're just going to take this next page and just flip this up. And we're going to glue along this edge and along this edge. Let me get this around here so you can see. I hope that's not confusing when I turn that around. Let me go this way. Okay, let me get it back around so you can see what we're doing. Make sure, see, that's our front top. So now we have this glued and left this open for our side pocket. So we're just going to press that down. And then we need our back pocket back here. It's in the top. We need to leave this open at the top. So we're going to now, we have that glued and we have this glued. Now we're going to open it up like this. And we're going to glue here and here. Going to glue along this edge. And this edge. And press it down. Didn't stick. Okay, let's take a look. Let me grab something where I can show you. Okay. There's our top pocket there. Here's our side pocket here. And here's our top pocket here. So we have it all glued together now. Now that we have our foundation done, we can start decorating. And I like to use cardstock for the decorating the pages And I'll show you what I mean by that. I decided to use up some of my scraps that I had last year. And if you don't have scraps, you can pick up these packs of cardstock paper. I got these from scrapbook.com, or Walmart has a good selection of paper pads of cardstock, and just really any decorative cardstock will work. And what you want to do, let's get our prototype out here. We're going to be working on this page right here. I'm going to call that page 1, and I'm calling it a half flap. Okay, and we want to cut 2 measuring 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 inches. Okay, so I already went ahead and cut 2. So these measure 2 7/8 inches by 2 7/8 inches. And we're going to score one of these at 1 inch. And what we want to do, you might want to check and make sure that your flap is going to be the right way and not be upside down like this, because this part is going to fold over. So we want to score this one up here at 1 inch. And you can use a scoreboard, or you can just mark 1 inch and fold it over. But I am going to grab my mini scoreboard. So I want this to be my flap, so I'm going to score at 1 inch right along here. So let's see here. I think I have to turn it this way to get it 1 inch. And 1 inch is right here. I don't want to press too hard because otherwise it'll go through the paper, but if it does, we'll fix it. No problem. All right. Let's see. So I have that scored. That might be kind of hard to see, and I'm just going to fold that over like that. Going to grab my bone folder here. Let's see. Here's one. And I'm just going to press this down good. Okay, like that. And then let's take a look at this. Okay, see how this is here? I'm going to, I think I'll put this on the inside and have my flap like that. Okay. I had to get my wax paper out because we're going to be doing lots of gluing. And okay, so we have this. And so we want to glue this part of the flap right here. And we're going to line it up on here. Before we press it down, let's make sure it's even. Let me hold it up here, and that it's going to fold over. There. Okay, we have our flap. That looks like this. And now we're going to open up our folder, and we're going to glue this right in here. Now this is 3 inches by 3 inches, and I wanted to cut this a little smaller. That's why I cut it at 2 7/8. Oops, I can't talk again. Here we go. 2 7/8 inches by 2 7/8. So it would fit just a little inside the edges. Like that. So let's get that glued in. We're just going to glue the back. Want to make sure it's going to have room for folding, and it did. So let's press that down. Okay. That looks good. So now let's decorate this. I went ahead and picked out a few things that I thought might work. So let's take a look at them. I wanted to show you an idea for when you have small pieces. I use a small paper plate to lay all my pieces out on. And that way they won't get lost and you can see them a little better. So these were some ideas I had. And all these things are left over from last year. They came, let me grab this, out of packages like this. And here's one from Simple Stories. And I get these from scrapbook.com. So these are all leftovers. So if you have things laying around the house that you haven't looked at for a long time, dig out that stuff and see if you can use it so you don't have to buy anything new. But don't get me wrong, I do like buying things new, but I also like using up what I have. All right, let's see here. So I have this to go here, or this. I think I like this better. I like the shape of it. And we kind of have a pumpkin theme going on here. So let's do this. Let me just kind of set this over here. Now we're going to glue this on. And we're going to go, I'm going to say about to where that wagon is, the top of that wagon. So I'll just glue a little bit here. Just grab my wax paper a minute. I think I'm just going to put that in there just in case I went overboard with the glue. Let's see here. We can get it lined up. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see how we did. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Let's see if we're straight. Oh, we're pretty straight. Okay. See how that looks. Oh, yes, I like that. All right, let's go inside. Let's see here. What are we going to do in there? I have this that could go here. Autumn Memories. See how that's going to fit? Yes, that'd be okay. So we could put that there. Let's do that. Okay, I think that looks all right. That down. And up here, let's see, I have a couple things. Maybe something like this. You could write a little note there, or maybe you're giving it as a gift and could say who it's to. But then I also have this. Gives a little bit more room. Let's go with that. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I like that. Oh, that looks pretty. Autumn Memories. Let's do the next page. I'm calling this page 2 the belly band page. And let me grab this one. I'll take these out so you can see how it looks. Now you can use embroidery floss, which, let me find it. I have some here. Looks like this. That's what I did here. But I had another idea because not everybody has embroidery floss. And I found my baker's twine, which I get at Dollar Tree. So let's see. Let's get it out. Get our colors out here. And let me find page 2. Okay, and I went ahead and cut out the page for that. You're supposed to cut 1. That's 2 7/8 inches by 2 7/8 inches. Okay, and I found this in my scraps. And I thought I would use it. It says Autumn Blessings, and I love that. So that's going to go right on there. Now it's real easy to do this belly band. So let me show you. I think I might use the orange. Let's see. Yeah, I think that would look pretty on there. Let's use it. And let's find the end here. There it is. And let me get out a pretty long length of it here. And what we're going to do, we're going to take it here, and I'm just going to put a piece of tape on that. Let me just use a piece of washi tape. Just going to use a piece of washi tape. Any tape, you can use Scotch tape just to hold it. And then we're just going to wrap it around like this. Let me get some more out here. Let's see how it looks in the front. Okay. Let me start over. I want it just a little bit tighter, but not buckling my paper. And you want several. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Let's go with that. And let's just cut it off like that. Let's put another piece of tape on it. Let's see here. I think I have a scrap piece of tape from before. Okay. That's all we're going to do. And then we're going to put our glue around it. See how it looks? And then glue it on our page. I want to be sure I glue the string also so it'll stay put. I want to make sure before I press it all the way down that it's going to fold okay. And yes, that looks like it is. So let's press it down. We have that page done. Let's take a look. Oh, that looks pretty. I love that. The next page I'm calling page 3. Let's take a look at our prototype. This is the belly band that we just got done. And then on here, this is a top flap. So let's get that started. For page 3, we're going to need to cut a piece of cardstock 2 7/8 inches by 5 3/4 inches. Now we're just going to cut one of those. Okay, so I already did that. And we're going to score it at 2 7/8 inches, or fold it in half, actually. So if you don't have a scoreboard, you're just going to fold it in half. I'm going to use my mini scoreboard. Where is it? Here it is. And we're going to score at 2 7/8 inches. Let me turn it around. Maybe you can see it a little better. Okay, 2 7/8. So So 7/8, like I said, would be right in the middle. Okay, so we got that done. I know that's hard to see. So we're just going to take it and fold it like that and press it down, or you can use a bone folder to press it down good. And there's our flap. Let me get my scoreboard out of the way. The next thing we're going to need to do is to do this. Some call it a pull, some call it a thumb notch. And to do that, I'm going to use my 1-inch circle punch and going to just kind of eyeball it, even it up, and punch. And then the next thing we do is glue it in. I think I'll open this up so it's not quite so bulky when I'm gluing. And that's going to go right there. Make sure it's going to fold all right. Yep. Okay, let's press that down. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, that looks pretty. I love this paper. It says thankful and blessed. Fall, my favorite season. Hello, fall. Fall weather, you all. Give thanks. Pumpkin spice. I love this paper. I went ahead and picked out some things that I thought would go on that page. Let's see what we have here. I have some gems. Just some little embellishments. Again, what I had left over from last year. And let's see here. I was going to tell you one nice thing when you're doing something like this. You can just stack these paper plates on top of each other and then just work off of those, and they don't take up much room. So let's see here. Let's open this one up. Kind of use it as our prototype. Today I'm grateful for. I like that. So I have one of those. So we can put that there. And these come off of a digital, let me get it around here the right way, from Pink Monarch Prints. And if you go on Etsy and go to Pink Monarch Prints, you can find this. And she has a lot of pretty digitals. Okay, so I like that there. So let's just go ahead and glue that in. I think maybe I'll go down a little bit, and that way maybe I can put something on top. Let's do it a little different. Change it up a bit. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, I like this. Fall is in the air. And it feels like it in Florida. It's getting a little cooler now. So let's see here. Oh yeah, I like that there. Okay, that could go there. Let me just see what we can get to go down here. Let's see here. Maybe this could go here, and that would be a place to write what you're grateful for. Yes, and then I have one of these memories. Yes, let's do that. Put memories. I need my tweezers. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I like that. I think that looks really pretty. Okay, let's decorate the outside now. For the outside, let's take a look at our prototype and see what we did here. Let me just take these off so we can have a good look. Okay, so let's look in here. I think this one. Oh yes, I like that. Let's do that. Let's put that on here. Maybe about right there. Let's see if we can find some gems to go on here. Thinking maybe these gold ones. Put one right in there. And one right over here. Let's see how that looks. Oh yes, that looks pretty. Next, let's put a couple things here, like was paper clipped onto this page. So maybe this canning jar looks like it has fruit in it. And maybe this bicycle with some pumpkins. Let's do that. And my paper clip. Just click that on just for a little added interest. There we go. So we have this page all finished.